Going on, everybody? Blessings on blessings on blessings. I know today is not Wednesday and it's not Sunday, but I felt the need to come on here and deliver a message. See the title? Imitation is not the highest form of flattery. I wholeheartedly disagree. Now, inspiration is definitely different than imitation. And so we're going to get into that today. It's raining out here in New York. Much needed for the environment. But you woke up today. And so that right there is a blessing. And so I want to ask you something. If someone copied everything you did, your style, your ideas, your voice, would you feel honored? Or would you feel like something was taken from you? Now, flip that. What if you've been copying others without even realizing it? What if the reason you feel stuck is because you're not trying to be someone that's like yourself? You're trying to be like someone else. Now stay with me. Because today we're talking about why imitation is not flattery and how it actually might be blocking your growth. So here's the problem with imitation. A lot of people think copying is harmless. They say, I'm just inspired. But there's a difference. Inspiration learns. Imitation copies. When you imitate, you are silencing your own voice. You inherently stop thinking for yourself. You start chasing someone else's path. And slowly, you lose connection with who you really are. And so the second thing I want to talk about is the spiritual cost, right? Because for every action, there is a reaction. So let's go a little deeper. You were not created to be a copy. You were created with your own mind, your own experiences, your own perspective. And when you ignore that, what you do is you move out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, things begin to feel off. What starts happening? You start feeling lost. You feel unsure. You feel like something is missing because you're not being real with yourself. And there's always a cost to that. It's not money. It's energy. It's peace. It's clarity. Because the more you copy, the more disconnected you become. So I want to talk about why I think people copy. I have a lot of reasons, a lot of thoughts. But let's be honest. People copy because they doubt themselves. They think my ideas aren't good enough. My way won't work. I should just do what they're doing. So they follow. They copy. They blend in. But here is the truth, okay? You can copy someone's moves, but you cannot copy their journey. You can copy their style, but never their story. And without story, it just won't feel right. Yeah, kind of like that saying, you could take the recipe, it's never going to taste the same. So, let's talk about inspiration versus imitation. And I want to make this very simple. This is what inspiration says. I like that. Let me learn from it. Imitation says, I like that. Let me become it. It's a big difference. Inspiration adds to your voice. Imitation replaces your voice. Imitation blocks it. Inspiration builds growth. The goal or the plot is not to be them. The goal is to become you at your highest level, your highest potential, your highest timeline, but be you. So, fifth, I want to talk about the power of originality. Your power is in your difference, your story, your struggles, your mindset. That's what makes you stand out. That's what builds trust. That's what create impact. People, they don't connect with copies. I know I don't. People want to connect with real. And being real always wins over time. Always. One way or another, it will be brought to the light. And so, six, I want to talk about an identity shift. I talk about this a lot. I've been talking about this. You do not need to copy anyone. You do not need to follow every trend. You don't need to sound like anyone else. You need to trust yourself. Why? Because your voice matters. Your ideas, they matter. And because nobody else can do it like you can. And that's your advantage. And so I want to ask you one more time. Are you building your life, or are you copying someone else's? Are you speaking with truth, or are you repeating what you've heard? Because the moment you stop copying and start creating, everything changes. And so I want you to remember this. Imitation may feel safe, but it keeps you small. Inspiration helps you grow, but only if you stay true to yourself. So I want you to move differently. I want you to think differently. I want you to be real because your power is not in being like anyone else. Your power comes from being fully you. I'm Coach Jazz. If you don't know that, I'm very happy you are watching this. If you just came to the channel, this is an OTD production. OTD stands for Overcome the Doubt. And together, I want to help all of you guys. Once you guys start learning, I want you guys to start helping other people to overcome their doubt. Because over here, we do not follow the crowd. We carve our own lane. This symbol, hold on. This symbol right here is the Overcome the Doubt logo. I created it in 2021. It's legally trademarked. Overcome the Doubt is trademarked because this is my purpose. My purpose is to teach, is to show people that they too can overcome adversity to become successful. I'm 30. I've already worked with Nike, Samsung, Vogue, Paramount, CBS, Nickelodeon, Walmart, Chariot Pictures, Benny Boom, Kid Art, Future, Offset, McGee Media. I'm an award winner multiple times. I've been featured in magazines, a lot of different things, but I've also overcome a lot to have done that. And so as I move forward in this next chapter, being purpose driven and teaching those that want to be taught the OTD standard, I want y'all, if you feel inspired by me, which is what I want people to tell me, yo, Jazz, you and OTD, you inspire me to do this. I love that. I want to hear that. That's what I'm here to do. But what I do not want is for people to see what I'm doing and to try to copy what it is that I do. I came across someone and it was interesting, I'll say the least. Kind of looked like me, kind of was doing the same kinds of things. And I get it. My visibility is growing. You know, we are 1,600 strong. Shout out to everybody. We are on the road to 2K. But my channel and my face and my personality and my voice has been seen over 1,000,000 times. By now, it should be like 1,000,000. And so that definitely is going to create influence. And for some people that haven't found themselves, they may want to bite off a little bit of what I do. I'm here to teach you. But if you've learned something from me, leave a comment, leave a like, shout me out, direct back to the source. As someone who works professionally in the entertainment business, I know about entertainment, I know about copyright law. And so everything that I do on here is already trademarked because I'm thinking about the future and I want to teach people the business side too. We can't just be artists and not know the business side because there's a lot of people out here that are stuck in this imitation loop. And instead of finding their own voice, using their own story to create their own, they would rather steal or imitate. I've had people take things my whole life. So I personally, I can't jack that. Had my house taken away from me when I was a kid. Had my family car taken away from me when I was a kid. I had my innocence taken away from me when I was a little girl. I've had a lot of things. And yet, I've always overcame any of my doubts and limiting beliefs that were placed on me to achieve what I've achieved in real life. Not when I'm talking about the internet. I'm talking about like real life. If my name is thrown around in New York City production, film and television production, things like that. We're talking real life accolades, not internet games. So I just encourage everybody to love yourself enough to be whoever it is you want to be. Now, if you're inspired by somebody, okay, but do your own thing. Shout out the source. Never pass it off as it's you, because now you're going to be in this cat and mouse game. And because you're unoriginal, you have to go and watch what everybody else is doing and wait for them to make a move. Time is the most valuable commodity. All right. I know it's a little bit more serious on here, but again, I have a trigger with people trying to take things from me, especially when I do so much to give. And I want the rest of y'all, if y'all are artists watching this or creators, protect your stuff. Okay? We all have rights, and this is a business at the end of the day. At a certain point, your content becomes your business. I thank y'all for watching this. Drop some comments, like, hype, all that good stuff. I have a training, a 3-hour training business, 3-hour Zoom call later on today. So I need to prepare for that and be ready and be in the right mindset. But I just wanted to pop on here and make sure that all my peoples, our community understands that we're out the box thinkers. We can be inspired, but we don't copy. That's not the OTD way. Okay? So thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one, which will be on Wednesday, scheduled normally at our normal time. And I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat something.